BassGeek here, and today we're going to talk about a speed Carolina rig, and I got something for you. It is June. It is hot as Hades, at least where I'm at. I don't know about you, but it's hot, and I am out here on a long point throwing the old ball and chain. Don't tell my wife I called her that. No, I'm kidding. The old original ball and chain, which is, of course, the Carolina rig. All right, so let's go find some shade so we can cool off, and we're going to talk about this and the June BassGeek box. All right, let's get this box out of here. So let's take a look at what I got for the June box, and I'll tell you why. Let's pop this bad boy open. Guys, you know I get this from Tackle Warehouse, so you will get a Tackle Warehouse sticker, $50 worth of bass baits, or whatever baits that they catch fish, okay? Make sure you use those links in the description. It helps the channel out if you're going to shop at Tackle Warehouse anyway. If you like the box or the gear in the box, you can buy the whole thing. I'll have links to every single product in the description. It doesn't cost you a dime extra to use those links. Let's run through this real quick. I got you a couple of crankbaits. Got you a Strike King. Gotta get deep during the summer. This is the 6XD, one of the best Strike King crankbaits ever made. And then I got you for all you guys that do ponds and shallow water. Gotta get you some square bill action. Go crank that wood, bump that grass, and rip it free. Now, this is where we get a little squirrely. We can kind of do a little bit of everything. Number one, I got you the Mighty Worm and Red Bug by Yum. Great summertime straight tail worm, awesome worm. Got you some hooks to go with it. This is the Mustad. These are 4/0 grip pins and EWGs right there. To kind of go with that, and you can run a Carolina rig, I got you some 1/2 ounce tungsten Carolina weights from Strike King. Got you some bobber stops. You need those bobber stops to keep that weight in place. You can use that to adjust them. You can use that with a swivel if you want to. I'll show you how I set mine up here in just a second. Another thing to throw on a Carolina rig, a Christie critter. Reminds me of a brush hog. But the Christie critter, that is a Bama Magic, so it's got that blue and green pumpkin kind of swirl to it. Great color. It's got some great action and will flat catch them. Got you an O-ring because, hey, those big mighty worms, you can put them in a, what I call a Magnum Nico rig with those hooks. So this box is really diverse. You can do a lot of stuff from shallow to deep. This is a very well thought out box, if I say so myself. Don't worry, you are going to get a BassGeek sticker. I left them in my truck. So when it comes to a Carolina rig, I keep it really simple. You know, a lot of times I'll use a 1 ounce weight, a 3/4 to a 1 ounce almost all the time. And the reason why, no matter how shallow, is because I like to move it a little faster so I can cover water with it. I do use a bobber stop to protect it, but I don't use any sort of bead, glass bead, plastic bead. I just don't put beads on there. Fish clear water most of the time, and I don't like the sound. I use anywhere from a 3 to 5 foot leader. The clearer the water, the sunnier the day, the longer the leader is going to be. I'll shorten that up, and actually this is the only time I'll add beads is when the water is dirtier. So let's talk about rod, reel, and line setup. This is an Akuma Guide Select. It is a 7'11" heavy fast action, but it gives me the option to throw anything from that 1/2 ounce to that 1 ounce, and I like to throw a 1 ounce. I was talking about speed, and that 1 ounce allows me to fish this thing really fast and stay in contact with the bottom. Well, 1 ounce, I can do that down to about 25 feet. Reel setup, I got my Lew's Super Duty. Man, this thing, I have so many of these that I use for the deep bite and for deep heavy bait presentations. This thing is a workhorse. Line, you know, it's got K9 on there. K9, 15 to 17. I don't usually use 20, and I don't downsize my leader, okay? So generally, I just cut me some off and throw it on there. I go with it. Sometimes, if the water's dirtier, or if it's really heavy rock and I'm dragging through brush piles, I'll go ahead and go up to 20. All right, back to fishing. Now, as far as retrieves go, basically the heavier the weight, it allows you to move faster. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to reel up the slack and drag to the side, sweep to the side, okay? And that's also the way you're going to set the hook. And trust me, they will knock the piss out of this. That's pretty much the retrieve. You can speed it up or slow it down based on weight and depth, but there you have it, the Carolina rig. So what are we going to do for you to win the box? Guys, all you got to do is hashtag C-Rig. The letter C, R-I-G, all together. C-Rig for the Carolina rig. Hashtag C-Rig in the comment section below. Hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm going to try and do something a little bit different next month. Hopefully it's going to work out. Anyway, as always, guys, don't forget new videos Sunday and Wednesday, and then we try to sprinkle in some shorts in between there. I do my best. I do my best to get them all out. But as always, questions and comments in the comment section below, guys. You know I love to talk about fishing with you, and I really do mean that. I love it. Like it if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Watching is the best way to support the channel. Watch every video from start to finish. Best way to support the channel. And as always, you guys rock.